Steve Phillips, and today I'm going to demonstrate how to safely handle and fire a shotgun. Today I'll be using this 20 gauge Mossberg pump action. It was my first gun and I love it. Now your first thing before you even talk about ammo is your gun safety. Always keep your barrel pointed in a safe direction. Obviously, as you can see over there, there's just woods back there and I know no one's back there. Second thing is, treat every gun as if it were loaded and ready to fire. Now we'll talk about ammo. You want to make sure you use the right ammo. In a shotgun, as well as any gun, if you don't use the right ammo, it could damage the gun and you could also hurt yourself. Now 20 gauge shells are generally yellow in color and they vary. You've got your slugs and sabots, they're more like a bullet and they're used for big game like deer and bear. Now today we'll be using buckshot. They come in different sizes and different number of shot. This is a 6-shot. That refers to the size of the pellets inside. You use different number shot with different game you shoot. And then your second thing you gotta look at is the length. This is a 2 3/4 inch shell, and I've already checked this gun. It's chambered for 2.5 inch to 3 inch shells, so we're good. Now you've got two parts on a pump action. You've got your chamber, which is where the shell that is ready to be fired is in the gun, and then down here you have your magazine. That's what this tube below the barrel is. Now in this particular gun, the magazine will hold 5 shells while there's one in the chamber, so a total of 6 shells. Now there's two different ways you can get a shell in the chamber. The direct way, you stick it in this hole right here and slide it forward. It's ready to shoot. The second way is you close the forestock, which is this, and you slide it underneath, push forward, and it locks in. It's not ready to shoot, but once you pump it, it's ready to shoot. Now, before I didn't show you, to unload the gun, if you haven't shot, there's a release down here, and you push that in, pull this down, it'll kick the shell that was in the chamber out. Now, if you have multiple shells in the gun, I'll show you. Put one in the chamber, 2 in the magazine, 3 shells, and it's ready to fire because I put the first shell directly in. Say I shot, and then I pump, it kicks the shell I shot out, I slide it forward, pulls one from the magazine into the chamber, it's ready to shoot again. I shoot, and when you shoot, you don't have to push the release, it automatically sucks it in. So I shoot, chamber another one, it's ready to fire again. Shoot, chamber, ready to fire again. It's empty now. I can see that by looking in the chamber, there's no shell and none in the magazine. Now, the other thing before you shoot is get familiar with your safety. Now this is a Mossberg, and on a Mossberg, the safety is typically a switch on top of the gun up here. And you slide it forward, and you're always going to see red when the safety is not on. There's a red dot on the back. When you slide it up, it's visible. So you always make sure the gun's on safe until you're ready to fire. Now, I know I own Remingtons, theirs is down here. You just got to become familiar. It can be in different spots. So now we're ready to fire. We've gotten familiar with the gun and everything. So we're going to take our shell, make sure the gun's on safe, slide the forestock forward, we're going to put another shell in the magazine. Okay, now making sure that you're keeping the gun pointed in a safe direction, you're going to hold it in the ready position, and then you hold the stock of the gun against your shoulder. A lot of people are frightened by the kick of the gun that it's going to hurt them. If you hold it tight to your shoulder, whether there's a rubber on the back or not, it's not going to hurt you, because your shoulder is going to absorb the impact. And if you don't hold it tight to your shoulder, it's going to hurt you. So you hold it tight and you look down the barrel. Now, certain barrels will have different sights. This one's got 2 beads. You line them up with your target. As you can see down there, I've set up 2 cans. Another tip is a lot of people, okay, we've seen the target. Now a lot of people, they'll just squeeze the trigger, and now subliminally you're anticipating a large kick, and naturally you jerk. So what you do is, when you shoot, you're slowly squeezing, very slowly, while lining up on the target. And then in that way you don't know when the gun's gonna go off, and your body doesn't jerk itself. So I'm ready. Once I've lined up, I take off my safety, I put my finger in the trigger guard, line up, and I slowly squeeze, not knowing when it's gonna go off. Okay, now, once you shoot and you're done shooting, you take it off safe for safety, and it sucked that switch in, so I just have to pull back, kicks the empty shell in. If I want to shoot again, push it forward. I got my next little chamber, same thing, safety's off, ready to shoot, squeeze slowly, safety on, shell ejected, nothing else in my gun. Once again, it's on safe, ready to go. That is how you slowly or safely handle and fire a shotgun. Thank you very much.